Hi everyone, I'm Richard Carrier. I'm SVP and General Manager at Cyberlink.
I'm Craig Campbell. I'm the Manager for Sales Engineering at Cyberlink.
Hi, so today we'll give you an overview of FaceMe, which is our facial recognition solution in the context of smart retail. I'll first do a brief intro, and after that, Craig will walk you through a demonstration. So let's start with that intro right now as I share my screen. So here's a few things about FaceMe. FaceMe is essentially an SDK, so a software development kit that was developed by Cyberlink to insert into any kind of software solutions, any kind of IoT solutions that can benefit from facial recognition. Some of the characteristics are the extreme accuracy rate. So we can reach up to 99.58% accuracy in recognizing people. One big benefit is the fact that it is optimized for edge computing, which means that you don't have to connect to a cloud server, making it much more secure and extremely faster than any solution that would rely on the cloud. Never mind the savings from expensive cloud-based computing. And it's also working cross-platform, so on Windows, Linux, iOS, and Android. And this is very important as we explain further. In several installations, especially in the context of retail, you have a mix of legacy systems that might have IP cameras connected to a Linux server. You might have some different technologies depending on POS devices, kiosks, etc. that you're using. So we're pretty much the only solution out there that will perform seamlessly in a configuration that can connect several of these technologies. Okay, what does FaceMe do? Essentially, there are four things. The first one on the top left quadrant, it can detect faces. So how many people are there in front of a camera, and it can detect them, detect their feelings, etc. Top right quadrant, by measuring in a few milliseconds hundreds of vectors on a face, it can also match to a facial database, so to recognize people with a very high level of precision, which is very handy when it comes to authentication and security. Bottom right quadrant can also identify key face attributes such as age, gender, mood, etc., angle of a face. So these are very helpful when it comes to collecting statistics. On the bottom left quadrant, there's also abilities to recognize face landmarks, which is things that can be helpful in some use cases as well. So let's talk a little bit about retail. So if you start from the top left, imagine integrating facial recognition, so FaceMe throughout a retail journey. So the moment somebody walks into a mall or in front of a store, digital signage can identify who is looking at it, can personalize what is displayed depending on the age, the gender, the mood, or you can simply collect statistics so that whoever manages that sign can improve it over time. Now you walk into a store. Let's say you are registered in a loyalty program, so you agreed expressly to provide a picture of yourself. So whenever you enter a store, you're treated as a VIP. This is much better than having to turn on your phone, scan a barcode or something. You're immediately recognized. There could be an alert sent to a sales associate telling, oh, this is a VIP, please come greet them, take care of them. Then it can help a lot with store traffic, measuring who is going where, how much time they spend, so you can optimize the shopping experience. Then you go down to the bottom right, and you want to help to select products. So if you're signed to a loyalty program, you recognize, you always buy this kind of product in front of a shelf, you might be able to get personalized help, or even if you're not signed up, again, based on your demographics, reactions, etc. Which brings us to checkout. You can have complete frictionless checkout and payment using your face as your ID, which is better than using a card with a PIN or something that could be stolen or even cash. So these are very important, interesting things. And finally, at the end of it all, for the retailer, facial recognition allows collecting very precise, precious statistics that help continuously improve the shopping experience. So that's essentially a series of use cases that are helpful. So if we deep dive a little bit more, as I mentioned, digital signage, so you can personalize ads based on gender, age, and mood, you can collect statistics, and you can also integrate into hardware and CRM solutions. Or smart kiosks. Imagine you go to your favorite fast food restaurant, there's a kiosk. If you are signed in as their loyalty program, they might offer you things based on your preferences. And even if you're not, based on your age, the time of day, etc., they might provide suggestions on the menu that differ greatly. Let's say you are older people in the morning versus teenage boys coming back from the game or the practice in the afternoon. It can also help with authentication, and finally with transactions. You don't need to pull any cash, any card out of your wallet. So that's an interesting use case with kiosks. Something you find a lot in the retail environment is handheld devices, whether it's sales associates, servers in restaurants, etc. So making sure that the right person has access to the POS devices is something that comes very handy. So we can help that. Also, we can help with loyalty VIP program enrollment by integrating the solution into handheld devices. Transaction processing here can be used in two ways. First, it can, let's say, completely replace other means of authentication for frictionless payment, or it can be used as a second source to confirm identity. So let's say you have your ID or your card, and there's on top of that a face matching. Let's say you're at the ATM or buying some expensive goods. So that provides security both for the customer and for the retailer. So these are technologies that are being deployed and had a lot of value to the experience. Let me add a couple more use cases that are a little bit more lighthearted, but we have a partner who started experiencing deploying concierge robots. So basically to go greet customers, you can have a robot that will help direct people interact with them in a very fun, efficient way. So these are some of the things that can be added to the experience. Another one can be queue management. So automatically monitoring around the cash registers or the order counters when there are too many people versus the amount of staff, the overall feeling and mood of people waiting in line, so it can help improve dramatically the quality of service. And one last use case that is something that we experience in any retail environment is authentication of employees, whether it's to access restricted areas, whether it's to clock in and clock out, whether it's to protect money, assets, etc. So facial recognition provides a very, very secure means of authentication. People cannot spoof themselves, so we have technologies that prevent spoofing. Okay, final slide before we go into the demo. I just want to summarize some of the benefits for retailers. So clearly we can help with facial recognition and FaceMe create a very targeted and rich customer experience. So personalizing shopping, making it very pleasant. We can have very precise customer statistics to improve the experience. This results in higher sale conversion, and also with access control, etc., we can help dramatically reduce operating expenses and losses. Now, for those who provide technology to the retail industry, so this is a great opportunity to have new value-added solutions that help transform retail, help your customers, who are the retailers, provide very rich, compelling experiences to the consumers, their own customers. Because FaceMe can be used as a SaaS, so it can help reduce the sales cycle and provide recurring revenues for those who provide the technology. And also, this is a very powerful technology that can anchor itself into a complete omni-channel online, offline selling strategy by providing a seamless experience. So here's for now. So I'll let Craig now do a demo of the solution.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks for that great introduction to our FaceMe SDK. I am now launching our FaceMe Smart Retail. This is our proof of concept here to show you how our FaceMe SDK can help you in the retail environment. So the first thing you can see is it's launching from my edge device, which is my laptop. And this is tied to my webcam, but it can be any IP cam as well. And you can see the first thing it's doing is it's detecting motion. Once it detects motion, it then looks for a face and it identifies the face by extracting vector mask. Okay, so I identified myself as visitor 001. I'm male, neutral, happy. 54 visits so far. We have 199 visits total showed up to the store. Imagine if you can see, you want to know how many people are showing up to your store on a daily basis or hourly. This will break it down for you. You can see the gender stats, mostly male, a few female. So if your store was geared towards male, you're doing great. But if it was geared towards female, then you really need to change the products on your shelves to entice them to come in. Also, you can see the age stats. So you got the ages 25 to 26 to 35, 36 to 45. So the majority of the ages that are coming in here are 26 to 35. So hopefully your store is geared toward that age range. Also down here, you can see the emotions. Neutral, happy, sad, all this is being collected constantly. So imagine, how would this work? Well, imagine a woman has walked into your store and she comes in and she's standing there looking at a product and you can tell her emotion. Now, if she's signed in, she will come in as a VIP, meaning that she's registered and you know who this person is and you're allowed to contact her and reach out to her. So you can see this woman staying here for a dwell time of say 5 minutes or more, and she might be happy, sad. In here she's had a gender status is female, she's young, and she's mostly neutral, but you can see there's a happy status in there as well. And she's been standing there for over 5 minutes looking at this one item. We'll reach out to that person via the VIP information you have on her, offer this off, say on a 10% discount next week. So you can really capture your demographics, both those you have for VIP as well as those who are unknown, but still can tell they're male, female, and their age and their emotion status. So all this data is being captured in the back end. So let's show you that back end. What can we capture from this information? Well, here we can see that, say, on July 29th, we had a total of 1,528 show up in all stores, 127 in one store. You can go back and see on that same day, July 29th, 27th, and see who came in on that day for unique visitors. So it's only 98 that were unique visitors versus the total that showed up that day. We only had a camera for coming in. If we had camera going out, we can capture the dwell time as well. How long did they stay in that store? So down here you can see the gender, quick and easy. I just mouse over that. You can see all males, 1,100, females 165, quite a few males coming in through here. Now, if you wanted to target females of a certain age, say like 31 to 35, you can see here at the peak time that they show up in your store. Also, same for males and females, which ones you want to target, right? Also, the emotions. What emotions were they having at that peak time? Maybe you had a sale on at that time. Maybe it was a holiday. Maybe you had an event going on. So you can see what kind of emotions are going on during those events. So again, these are the details you can capture. Very thorough, very detailed, and it can help you tell who's come to your store, how long they are staying, are they male, female, and what are their emotions. This can also tell you how many people are making purchases. So you can have a camera at the front POS sale line. So you can see who's standing in line, how long they're standing in there, how many people are in line. So you can know, well, we have too many people at this time of day in line, so we need to increase our staff. So there's a lot of information you can get. Thank you. I'll pass this on to Richard so he can give us a closing.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Thanks, everyone, for your attention. So if you have any question, if you want to contact us, if you want a personalized demo meeting, by all means, you can contact us at FaceMe-sales@cyberlink.com, or you can visit our webpage for more details, cyberlink.com/FaceMe.